the world technology market, like ICT players coming to Ireland. We've got Twitter, we've got Google, we've got LinkedIn. Like, they're all coming to Ireland for a reason. They recognise that Ireland, was once recognised as one of the leading manufacturing economies. Now we're an ICT economy. So the world of cloud and big data is massive for Ireland. I think cloud now has been very well adopted across a lot of different economies, but the world now where ICT is going is around big data. So in Ireland, because big data is so new, I think if we can create a workforce and a community, an innovation hub around big data, because it's so new, the States, the Chinese, they haven't established first mover advantage here. So it's a brand new technology that I think if Ireland embraces can create, lots of job opportunities and bring more revenue to Ireland.
Well, Diane, how do you think can Ireland exploit this new industry, big data?
I think it's a massive opportunity. I've been working on other sort of government initiatives as well, trying to find some areas that we should focus on that we're not currently doing. And I know that EMC has been I think, really at the forefront of what's going on with big data. The big data, I think, really, we talked about tallow oil, but it's now been called data is the new oil. But the value of oil is obviously the applications you create from it. So what's, I suppose, we need to understand, as Jason said in relation to the community, is what kind of services can we build around the big data providers. So we have the LinkedIn, if we have the Twitter, we have the Facebook, we need then infrastructure to support the big data and just to be able to analyse the big data. EMC do that. There are a number of tools out there that you can use for doing that. You need infrastructure in relation to connectivity so that you can get content on and off the island.
Mark, Jason mentioned the idea of open source there. What about the idea of open data? How important is it for the research community and for enterprise?
I think it's very important. I'll pick up on a couple of things. The best example of open data is when radio astronomers, predominantly in the UK, and I just recently relocated from Manchester, so this is quite complicated data, put out into the open, radio astronomy data, which you would think you would need to have a PhD to interrogate. And actually a member of the public discovered a new star. So that tells you something. How did they discover a new star? Because if you go through the data, there are various ways of interrogating it. There are ways of looking for patterns. It's pattern recognition and so on. These are skills that are in the IT community as well as being in the astronomy community, so to speak. And so people were trawling through the data openly, and they discovered a new star. So for me, that's the kind of best example of how putting data out there breaks the kind of assumptions that you have to be in that clique, so to speak, in order to be able to interpret it. It's not true. So there's huge opportunities. There's huge opportunities in Ireland, I believe, in convergent industries. So if you look at Ireland's unique selling points, let's say in energy, where we have the highest amount of renewable energy into the grid, up to 40% of wind energy in there, potential in marine energy. And then you look at the ICT space. How do you manage that? How do you manage the inflow of renewable energy on a windy day into the grid and it's not there on a non-windy day? So that's an interface between ICT and the energy sector. It's those interfaces that are quite interesting. Same thing in health. We talked a little bit about connected health, ICT and healthcare records. Even ICT in manufacturing, how you interface there, how you take those big data sets and then design intelligent systems to sit around them.